In this tutorial, we're going to talk about Post Engage. Now, what Post Engage allows you to do is to basically send a message to a user who comments on a particular post. Okay, so if you were to set up one of these Post Engage campaigns for a post, then when a user uses a certain keyword that you set, it will automatically send them a message. Okay, so let's go ahead and first just take a look at the interface here. Now, what we do is we allow you to go back 90 days, so you can pull in basically any post from the past 90 days. Okay, and by default, it's going to just bring in the first 30 days. All right. Now, we'll get to manage dark posts here in a bit, but I just want to talk about these tabs here. Now, active, under the active tab, you're going to find any post that you have actively turned on and have a current Post Engage campaign running for, okay? Now, you'll always see this. If you have a particular post turned on, which is how you turn it on right here, okay, by this toggle, and saved, yeah, they will always show up here regardless of how many days ago you've posted this. Okay, so these will always show if you have it turned on. The ones that you do not have turned on, which are in the not active tab, these you can pull in from the past 90 days. So if I pick that, you'll see that these are just three of a few posts that I have, some test posts that we have on a test fan page. Okay, so I'll be able to see these. Now, if I were to turn this on and set it all up and save it, matter of fact, we can go ahead and do that right now, and I'll show you how we run a campaign. Okay. Now, for this one, let's just do this one here. Hello, this is a test. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, the first thing, it's very important to understand how these things work. You're going to see a non-subscriber message. Okay, so right here is where I'm going to put a message, and I'm just going to write testing, non-subscriber message. Okay, so right here, if a user comes to your fan page and comments on this particular post using these keywords that I'm going to fill in right here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make a couple of keywords. So let's say test, hello, oops, hello, and that's fine. Okay, so if any user comments with these keywords and they are not a current subscriber within Segmate, they are going to receive this message right here. Okay, now this message can only be text. You cannot attach buttons or images or anything else to it. It has to be just a plain text message. Okay, now that is for the initial time. Once you've sent this message and the user, so if the user comments basically with using one of these keywords and they are sent this message, they must interact with the message, with the message itself that's sent to them through Messenger. Okay, so the suggestion for something like this and trying to get subscribers using this Post Engage method is to somehow ask them a question, because you want them to respond to you in Messenger, and once they do respond to you, they then become a subscriber. Okay, now, moving forward, what you can do is once a person is a subscriber, then on any other Post Engage campaign that you have set up and they use the keyword in the comment, they will no longer receive just this non-subscriber message. They will actually receive the message, the conversation that you put in here. Okay, so let's just say that's the conversation that I wanted to be sent. So now they're going to start to get conversations that can include those more advanced elements like images and cards and video and everything. All the different types of message types that we allow. Okay, so once they are a subscriber, they will then be allowed to receive messages, like this. Basically the conversations, and these conversations are what you're going to build in Chat Engage. Okay, if you have not been through the Chat Engage tutorial yet, please go ahead and do that. This will make a lot more sense to you then. Okay, so let's go ahead and just review that one more time, because I know it can be confusing to folks. Okay, so basically the reason we do it this way is because Facebook does not allow us to send any type of advanced messaging to a user who comments on a post. You can send them this one simple message, this textual message, the first time. Okay, now once they reply to it in Messenger, they will then become a a subscriber, which at that point, any other post that they interact with that you have a post engage campaign set up for, they can then start to receive these more advanced type conversations. Okay. So what we'll do is continue with what's going on here. Okay, so again, non-subscriber message gets sent only to anybody who is not a subscriber on your in Segmate and uses one of these keywords. If they are a subscriber and they use one of these keywords, then let's go ahead and pick a conversation. They will receive this conversation, whatever conversation you would like to attach to this particular post. Okay. Now, we have a couple of other settings here. You can basically delay the message that's going to be sent to them. You can have it go immediate, which is set by default, or you can have it delay a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and up to 1 hour. You can have that message be delayed for, okay? So what we want to do is we always want to make sure that we turn it on, okay? So if this is not on, then none of this will be triggered when somebody uses these keywords, okay? Now, once I press save, you're going to notice that it's going to disappear, okay? Because it is now active. So let's go back over to active, and you'll see here it is right here, okay? This is the one right here that we just turned on. So now it is an active conversation, okay? So you'll always then find that in your active tab. We separate the two just to make it easier for you to locate the posts that you have, active campaigns set up for. So it makes it just a little bit easier for you to find those particular posts. Okay. Now, if I were to turn it off and hit save, then you'll notice it has disappeared because it's now back in not active. Okay. So here it is right here. It is now not active. So that is the difference between the active and non-active tabs. Okay, so when you first start with Segmate, most likely you're not going to have anything that's going to be inactive. You'll go to the non-active. You'll choose a date range of which posts you want to pull in, and then you can go ahead and start setting up these conversations. Okay, so again, very important to remember and understand that if they are not a subscriber, they can only receive this textual-based message, and in that message, you definitely want to ask them a question. You need to get them to respond to you in Messenger, based on this particular message that you're sending them. At that point, they are now a subscriber and can then later be sent any of these conversations for any other post-engage campaigns that you have active. Okay.